Last night also we had earthquakes. Every 2 hours we were running out and we were sleeping with all our clothes, shoes, everything. There was an earthquake. We look at each other and then we run out. We stay out for 10 minutes, again go in. It's been happening like 2, 3 times in the night. And here I got a signal on my phone. So I was super excited that I have signal and let me reach out to family, and that's how I reached to family. I had only 12 minutes talk time. I spoke to my family and said, this is where I am, and from here, where I'm going next. And suddenly the time ran out, and exactly in 2 minutes, there was a 6.7 magnitude earthquake there. It was shaking so heavily that I just collapsed and sat down, and 35 minutes, everything there became standstill. But the reason I say I'm lucky is if I was on a trail, the trails are very narrow. There could be a landslide, there could be something rolling down, anything could have happened. So this here, we've been a little lucky. And if you see, these are some destruction, then you can see the trails. They were getting muddy, slippery, difficult to walk. And we were supposed to go to this place called Kumjang. We went there, no accommodation, because everybody is walking down. Despite we having a reservation, they said, sorry, it's crisis, no accommodation is available. So again, there was a challenge. Before night, we need to get to Namchi Bazaar. So we continued our journey, walked to Namchi Bazaar, and if you see the tents and all, that's rescue camp, army people have set up. There are a lot of people staying there. Once we got there, we have no accommodation again. Biggest problem was accommodation there for us. Food was available luckily, but no accommodation, no toilets. So that's like, we're all as trekkers, we know that these kind of things can happen. And one hotel guy said, okay, my dining hall will get closed by 10 o'clock. You guys can sleep inside that hall. So along with our Sherpas and everyone, we said thank you so much. At that point of time, that was luxury, guys. Trust me, today I enjoy my bed and hot water baths, but at that point of time, that was luxury. And we had just one powder room there in that lodge that we had to share in the morning. And next day morning, we said, let's walk further. So then we had to reach Lukla Airport, which is 8 hours trek and the most dangerous trail for us. And that night too, there was another aftershock, and we got used to it by then. It became a drill now. So we were like, pack the bag, run, pack the bag, run. That's how we've been doing it. And then this is what you see, April 27th, we left from Namchi Bazaar to Lukla, number of landslides. And it's like that video game you see, no? Like suddenly you have to cross something, then you jump this side, then you go this side. That's how we've been dodging with all the stones and everything. And couple of areas, there are major landslides where there's no way we can cross. So literally we had to do vertical climbing. So this vertical climbing, where you have trees, it's okay, you can hold them and walk up. But where you don't have trees, literally our Sherpas made a human chain. And we had to hang on to our Sherpas and cross that whole landslide on the up front and then come down. So it's been little scary, but the Sherpas are amazing because their houses are gone, everything is gone, but they only said, madam, it's our responsibility to leave you till airport, so we are going to come no matter what. So they stood by us throughout the journey. And finally, we reached Lukla. This is amazing because friends, family, army officers, we were in touch with Indian Army. We got messages saying, get to Lukla and 3 o'clock you'll be airlifted. There's a chopper sortie coming, you'll get airlifted. So we walked really fast to get to the airport because we don't want to miss the 3 o'clock sortie. But sadly, once we got there was no air sortie or any army guy, not even a single Nepali army guy was visible there to us. So we were like, what to do? Where do we go now? And no accommodation available. So then again, we found these small tents next to the airport. We stayed overnight there, hoping next day we would get a chopper to rescue. And yes, there, the Indian Air Force sent us a chopper. Super excitement looking at that, because there's this friend of mine, couple of classmates of mine work in Indian Army. Thanks to them, because of them, I kind of knew when the sortie was coming, what time it would come and all that. But when they called me and told me, Swapna, 25 people are there, Indians there, we are going to send the sortie. I said, I don't see 25 Indians here. I think we are only maximum 10 Indians here. Then the minute the sortie came, I don't know where all the Indians have come from. We had 75 Indians there. And everybody's come with their backpacks saying, please take us. And a couple of them were injured. We had kids, we had old people with us. So this sortie came, it can only accommodate 23 people. It took, and 3 media people came with them. And I'm sorry, I know media guys, you're here. But that minute, you see the site where when you don't have food for 10 days, when somebody's giving you food, we try to jump and grab that food. So similarly, when we saw the sortie, there was no line or anything. All of us are trying to just get into the sortie and jumping into it. And then we have these 3 media guys holding a camera and recording us. It felt little painful because, you don't want to see yourself like that. But they came, they took 20 people, and they told us, tomorrow we're going to come back the same day with 4 other rounds. Please make a list, and we'll all take you back. So we were all saying, okay, fine. First, they took the 20 people and left, and we all made list. I think it's a sportsman spirit or what. It was really amazing that everybody said, let the children and ladies go first. And all the men stepped back saying, we'll go next round. That's amazing. At that point of time, everybody wants to go out from that place. But the men there were like really amazing. They said, no, let the ladies, women, and the injured people go first round, second round, third round, fourth round. 4 lists were made. And then we were waiting. There, we've been waiting in that baggage claim area. Nepal airport said, you Indians wait there. When the sortie comes, you can get into it. So the sortie never came back. The sortie only came for one group, Mr. Mishra. They announced Mr. Mishra, and the 17 people got into the flight. They said they'll come back. They never came back, and that group left. And rest of us are just hoping that it'll come back, and we were waiting there. And lunchtime, we are hungry, but we are scared to leave the airport because what if the sortie comes? We don't want to miss the chance. We'd rather not eat. The second group, the guys said, group 1, stay back. We'll go get food for you. So you all stay back. And then they went, got food for us, and then we all shared our food. And then people were injured. We shared our medication. And no accommodation, so people started sharing their accommodation too. At that point of time, it was like, it doesn't matter you're Indian or a Nepali or Israeli or anything. It only matters you're human. That's all mattered in that whole, and then we waited here for 3 days, by the way. 28, 29th, 27, 28, 29. Morning, 7 o'clock, we used to pack our bag and go to the airport as if we are going to a school and wait till 6 o'clock because airport closes at 6 o'clock and come back. One reason why the sortie didn't come back the next day also is because the weather was bad. And one more sad thing there is these 17-seater flights couldn't take off because of the bad weather. And then whoever has booked for that day flight and that time, if they couldn't take off due to bad weather, they are left there. It's not like they'll be put on the next flight. They have to wait for a month or 2 months. We don't know. So next day, we did get our boarding card, which we booked 3 months ahead to do this Everest base camp. And the weather was just good, so we could take off. And then that same day, after we took off, we were told 3 sorties have come, and they have airlifted all 75 people from Lukla. So all Indians have got back. And also, the brilliant thing is, they were injured nationality, other nationalities. Indian government did take them also with them to Kathmandu. So we got back to Kathmandu, and that 406 number, if you see, it was such a chaos there that people didn't have time to write your name, give you a seat, nothing. So what they did is every flight can seat 17 people. The flight has a number. So that number is put on your boarding card and said, okay, you're the 17 people going on that. When you announce the number, all of you start boarding. So that's how we got that. And guys, to end it, I would only say the whole journey, first half was amazing, and I felt every person, only out of 55,000 trekkers a year in Nepal, only 487 Indians go there. This is a number that I have taken from the registration counter there. Only 487, that's very, very less. It's a beautiful place. Okay, after 80 years, one earthquake happened. I so happened to be there. That's fine. But otherwise, I think the journey was awesome. And yes, I'm planning my Kilimanjaro trip next. And I'll keep going, and I'll continue my trekking.
Second program of this year, where Rekha is heading as a chair. So I request Rekha, our chairperson, to come on to the dais. The evening, to come on to the dais. And Dr. Rupa Banerjee, please come on to the dais. I request Prasanna to accompany her onto the dais, please.
It's a little longer just for a video.
I'll give you the candle.
For the photo shoot.
You did need your help.
I would just like to say this garden in the glass bowl is made by Radha, and it's a passion. It's a beautiful thing which can be kept anywhere. So, sir, I hope you like and preserve it.
I request Padma Reddy to present the garden in a glass bowl to our chief guest of the evening, Dr. Rupa Banerjee. The floor is to Rekha.